Hey everyone. So last week I talked about my group being obsessed with DC deck building. So I thought I would just do a comparison of Forever Evil versus Heroes United versus Teen Titans. And just kind of like, because we've played so many of these games in the past couple weeks, I thought it was a prime time for me to talk about which one you should get if you want to get into the DC deck building game. Number one, I would avoid the original DC deck building game. And the reason being is that Cryptozoic keeps like advancing their like board game technology. And I just do not think that the DC deck building game can stand toe to toe with the rest of the games. Okay. And I think there's more at this point, but I'm talking about these. They're a little bit older, easier to get. Okay. So having said that, you should start with one of these three, or the newer one if there's more newer ones, depending on when you watch this, right? So this is my takeaway. Forever Evil hooks people. It gets people into the game. I have consistently introduced the DC deck building game with Forever Evil to groups, and man, people love this game. Forever Evil is set when I think Earth 1, where everything's flipped. So everything's like evil. So Superman, like, he snorts kryptonite to get his powers. And so without kryptonite, he has no powers. Wonder Woman is Superwoman, and she's like in love with Superman, evil Superman. I think they call him Power Man, or I don't know, whatever. And like everything's flipped. The villains are good. The good guys are evil. But they invade the normal universe, so that you still have the good people, and they're ultimately trying to stop the evil versions of themselves. It's crazy. It's cool. And that it just hooks people. The other thing about Forever Evil is Forever Evil, I feel like, is balanced. It's kind of low key, nothing too crazy, and the momentum of the game, it's a little bit slow. It's a little bit slow, guys, but it moves towards this conclusion where in the DC deck building games, you have to defeat these superheroes or supervillains as opposed to heroes or villains. So you defeat these like 8 cards, and when they're gone, you score everybody. So in Forever Evil, nobody can defeat the Flash, who is the first of the superheroes that you have to defeat. Nobody can defeat the Flash at first. Actually, for quite a while. Usually for quite a while. And then they start going down. There's just this tempo of them being defeated. I think that's good to introduce people. Then you've got Teen Titans and Heroes United. Both of these games are a little bit more traditional, meaning that you play heroes they recognize, right? So you've got Robin, and I would say Starfire. I feel like Robin and Starfire are the only people that most people recognize. Oh no, and Beast Boy. Those are the only 3 people they recognize from the DC deck building Teen Titans box at first. I just feel like, that's my group, whatever. The Heroes United is much more normal, right? You've got Hawkman, you've got Batgirl, you've got Shazam, and then you got some like kind of like B-listers, C-listers like Red Tornado and Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of my favorite heroes. So remember that. We'll put a contest challenge sometime. Booster Gold, he's awesome and funny. Love him. All right. So these games, because they're more normal, they don't hook people as much. However, they ratchet up quicker, so it's less slow, which can be good, I think, because we can get through Heroes United or Teen Titans much quicker than we can Forever Evil. Forever Evil can take hours if you're spending too much time just like building up your deck, because these are deck builders, right? I feel like Heroes United and Teen Titans, definitely you get this snowball going that allows you to do crazier things faster. Of the two, I feel like Teen Titans is more complicated, but more balanced. And the reason why I say it's more complicated is that in Teen Titans, you have a lot of these cards, a lot more cards that stay out. And then you have a lot more other cards that say discard a card that stays out. It's called ongoing. You have a lot more of these cards that say get rid of those to do some sort of effect that makes you probably draw a card from your discard pile or something. And you have this like just this cascade of doing crazy stuff. It's fun and you have a lot to do on your turns. And it's not, again, I just feel like it's balanced. I feel like everybody gets a lot of stuff to do, and there's a lot of cards to destroy other cards. I just feel like there's more of them. And having more cards to destroy cards means that you can get rid of weaknesses, you can get rid of the bad cards, you can cultivate your deck more. And that means the game's gonna end faster, because when you've cultivated your deck, you have better combos, right? Heroes United has all that too, except it doesn't have a lot of destroy cards. I feel like there's not that many destroy cards, or maybe we've just been like maybe unlucky, but the shortage of destroy cards means you're much more likely to keep those bad cards all the way to the end of the game, including the -1 point weakness cards. That means that you could be more likely to have a bad time, a bad hand. I just remember several times having entire bad hands where I'm like, well, I don't do anything this turn because I had to discard so many cards and I had so much junk cards in my hand. I just couldn't get rid of them. I still regularly score either second place or third place in Heroes United, and it does play pretty fast, which is good. But I really feel like Heroes United has a higher luck factor. And this luck factor, especially Shazam can be ungodly powerful, insta-win, or meh, because his power lets you just get a free card without looking at it. And his superpowers are crazy too. They let you just play cards. It's just crazy, guys. That aspect of Heroes United, I feel like just makes it feel less balanced. It's fun, guys. I do like it. I do think everybody kind of had fun, but Teen Titans just feels more balanced. Unfortunately, I don't care about most of the characters in Teen Titans, and I do like the characters in Heroes United, and that's definitely a factor, right? You want to play a superhero that you enjoy, and you can mix match these things, but it doesn't work that well, because in my opinion, if you mix match, then the types of cards, which are different in each game, don't necessarily like connect with your superhero that well. Yeah. So that's my thing. My preference is learn on Forever Evil and play Teen Titans. I love Teen Titans a lot. It's the game. It's one of the. Did I win? No. I think I won one and lost one of Teen Titans. Teen Titans just is reliably fun for most people. It's still a DC, deck building game. And DC deck building games can, if you're not into that, then you're not going to enjoy it. So, I mean, that's not for you. This is for those of you who enjoy deck building games. So with that, I want to know, I have not actually even played these games. So do you like any of them? Do you think they add? Do you think they take away? Do they just change things up? What's your opinion? That's probably what we're going to start doing next, is adding in more of these crossover packs. Also, is there another version of the DC deck building game that I should, make sure to buy? Because at this point, we're probably just gonna buy them all, because that's kind of what I do anyways. And there's more on that side. With that, I hope you guys are having great game nights, and bye.